Stop asking for other people's permission. Stop asking for other people's approval and just do what I know I need to do to accomplish the goal. I'm just gonna do it. I don't want any outside influences stopping me. I'm gonna take my own actions. I'm gonna take 100% responsibility for where I'm at right now, and I'm gonna take 100% responsibility to do what I got to do to accomplish the goal. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez. And in today's episode, we're just going to get into it because that's actually going to be the whole point and theme of this video and why I'm going to be bringing this up and why I'm talking about this. But of course, we all know it's a brand new year. It's everyone's setting new goals this year. They want to do new things. They set all these high ambitions and stuff. But what I want to talk about is how we can really accomplish these goals, making sure that we're actually setting the right goals that are going to make us happy, but then actually how to decide that this is going to be the year that we finally make this shit happen, that we actually do what it takes to accomplish that goal. So if you're watching this live, you can see I'm not in a normal situation right now, but the whole point of this is I had something on my mind and I just wanted to talk about it. And so much of us, when we set these new goals, when we want to do things, we always wait for everything to be perfect. And I used to make that same mistake myself. But what we have to realize is that the longer we think about something, the longer we wait to take action, the more we overthink it, the more we wait for the right time for everything to be perfect, the longer it's going to take. And more often than not, we'll find a way not to do it. We talk ourselves out of it. We talk to friends, we talk to family. They get in our heads and they hold us back and we never accomplish it. So one of the best things that I want to suggest to you is just to take fast, immediate action. Now, I know lots of us, from what I've seen, lots of people are, enrolling in my programs and everybody's ready to make a change. Everybody's, deciding that, okay, we want to accomplish these goals this year. So that's great. But what I want you to realize too is that, when we're taking these action steps, when we decide this is the goal that we want to accomplish, what is the actual roadmap that we need to get there? So much of us say, oh, I just want to make this much money or I want to lose this much weight. But if we don't have a clear roadmap on how to get to the goal, it's going to be harder to actually accomplish it. So one of the first things I always tell my guys is, okay, if you set say it's a 20-pound weight loss goal, 90 days from now, you said it's always best to set a clear timeline, like, hey, I want to do it by this date because that gives you a little bit more motivation. But then you can also backtrack. Okay, if I want to lose 20 pounds in 90 days, well, how much pounds do I need to lose a month to stay on track with that? How much pounds do I need to lose a week to stay on track with that? Okay, now we have a clear goal. Well, what do we need to do on a daily basis? How many workouts a week do we need to do? What kind of meals do we need to be eating? How much do we need to be eating? So we can kind of backtrack and figure out the game plan of the daily action steps that we can actually take to accomplish the goal. So first up, we have to have that clear goal. Then we set the action steps. We can't just say, I want to make this much, I want to lose this. We have to have the action steps needed. But one thing that most people forget to realize too is it's not just about having a plan. Sometimes it's about becoming a different person. A lot of us, you hear this new year, new me, but what does that really mean? It means that you have to become someone new, because that person that is 20 pounds lighter or that person that makes this much more money, they're not the same person you are right now. They take different actions. They have different habits. They have different disciplines. They do different things with their diets. They do different things with their workouts. Maybe they're waking up earlier. They have a different routine, different daily habits, and that's why they become that person. I know for me, when I was overweight and, unhealthy and stuff, I was drinking on the weekends. I wasn't paying attention to my food. I was working out, but my diet was shit. So I knew that when I wanted to really get lean and really get in shape, I had to become a different person, a person that gave up all the alcohol, that gave up all the bullshit, a person that traded in and then started making myself a priority. Hey, I wasn't going to go out on the weekends. I was going to start working out. I was going to start studying. When I really wanted to grow my business, hey, I've never woken up at 5 a.m. before, but I'm going to start. Now I'm someone who wakes up at 5 a.m., that works on self-development for half an hour, and then works on studying whatever I got to study for the next hour. I did that for months and years, and that's what really helped me develop new skill sets, build and grow and skill my business, because I started taking different actions. I had to become someone different. I had to become someone who, took action on his goals, someone who made myself a priority, someone who dedicated time to this. I became a better person, individual. I like I said, I stopped hanging out with certain friends. I cut out the alcohol. I cut out, stuff that wasn't serving me, people, bad habits and stuff. And I started implementing new habits. So one thing is, we have to realize that what you're currently doing right now, it's got you the best results you're going to get. So if you are consistently making this much money, well, you have to become better. You probably have to improve your skill sets. You probably have to get better at posting content. You have to be more consistent, whatever it is. You have to do something different. You have to become somebody different. Same thing with weight loss, with fat loss. You keep eating the same way you're currently doing, you're going to keep getting the same results. How much days a week are you hitting fast food? How much alcohol are you having a week, a day? You know, if you want different results, you have to, like I said, start becoming someone better, improved person. But let me ask you this. It's, you know, lots of us, when we think of change, when we think of having to make different changes or stuff we don't want to do, stuff that we're uncomfortable with, oh, it sounds hard, or man, it's going to be a struggle. I hear that a lot too. Oh man, it's going to take me forever, or it's going to, you know, it's going to suck. I have to cut out the foods. Like, but I want you to change that mindset and realize that you're not happy with where you're at right now. If it's, you know, you're overweight, you're sluggish, like, do you want to keep feeling like that? So why not make these changes that are going to make you feel better? And trust me, you can still eat the foods you like. You just got to learn how to eat the right amounts. You got to learn how to say no to certain foods and drinks every single day, you know, but you can still fit it in moderation. You can still do the exercises that you like, you know, find what you can be consistent with and then you actually enjoy. I know certain foods for me, like I don't like fish, I don't like broccoli. There's certain stuff that I don't do with my diet, but I make it very easy for me to stick to. So find the foods that you like. I see that's one of the biggest things I see when people want to lose weight in the new year. They'll cut out all their favorite foods. They'll starve themselves. They'll cut out all their carbs. They only eat salads. It's like, dude, it's just not sustainable that way. So we have to get out of this all or nothing mindset and just start making these small changes one day at a time, one meal at a time, you know, one small simple step every single day. That's how we get better if we just stay consistent. So, and with any kind of goal, whether it's increasing your income, whether it's, you know, getting better at your fitness, it's not going to happen overnight. So you got to know that this is going to be, you know, you're going to be in this and stay consistent, whether that's, you know, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, like whatever it is. Sometimes just, you know, just having the mindset like, hey, I'm just going to show up consistently. I'm not going to worry about being perfect. I'm just going to do what I need to do to accomplish the goal. And lots of us aren't where we want to be right now because you either don't know what to do, you don't have a roadmap to follow, or you just can't stay consistent. So what do you do to change that? You find a roadmap. You find someone to hold you accountable. You start changing your daily steps. Maybe you start structuring stuff in your day, just like I had to do. I'm going to dedicate this much time to reading, to learning. You know, with my workouts, like even now I block out time every single day, 11 to 1, like that's my workout time. So you start to structure this in your day of like, hey, this is non-negotiable time. This is how you get better in life. You start making the time for whatever habits it is, whatever you need to do to change your life. You know, so it just start off by structuring the day, have a roadmap, start taking those daily actions. And like I said, and maybe it's you having to surround yourself with different people that are more successful than you, people that are fitter than you know, people that have these different habits and mindsets, and then you start to adapt them, you start to learn from them. And that's exactly what I did, always surrounding myself with coaches, mentors, stuff like that, because you start to pick up their habits or disciplines. It motivates you. My social media is filled with nothing but motivational stuff. I don't want to watch anything negative. It's stuff that's going to bring me down. It's not always just what you want to accomplish. It's who we have to become to accomplish this goal. And like I said, it doesn't matter where you're at right now. I've been overweight, I've been broke, living paycheck to paycheck. I've changed all that. So it's like, you're not much different from everybody else. I work with tons of busy guys who, they got kids and businesses and all of it. They're very low on time, but they can still find the time for their workouts. Whatever it is that you want to accomplish, you just have to realize we have to start making it a priority. You know, get the help, get the guidance, just start taking action steps and take messy action. You know, don't expect it to be perfect. The last thing we want to do is wait. You know, wait for the right time, wait for the, you know, some magical thing that happens, because that's the farthest from the truth. It's probably a habit that you need to break, is just always waiting, always procrastinating, because like I said, that's got you to where you're at right now. So with this new year, it's a perfect opportunity to improve in all these areas. I wrote my goals down last night of what I wanted to accomplish, you know, and not just in one area, like not just financially, like physically, mentally. What are the daily like self-development stuff I want to start doing? How much workouts am I going to do a week? What do I want to be at 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now? Like, I want to be able to check in every 3 months to make sure I'm on pace to accomplish my goals. So we don't want to just set goals once a year and that's it. Like, where do we want to be 3 months from now? Okay, great. Let's start with that. Start with the action steps you need on a daily basis to get there. But it's like, we just have to make the decision that like, this is going to be the year. What are you going to do differently this year to actually accomplish these goals? Have you been trying to figure it out on your own for months and years and nothing's changing? Well, are you going to do that same exact thing this year? Or are you going to keep doing what you've always done and just hope you're going to get a better result? That's not realistic. That's not how you're going to get to your goals. You have to start doing things differently. Yes, last year I set a goal like, I just want to make this much money, And so what did I do? I spent probably the most I've ever spent on myself just last year, taking all these different courses, investing in new programs, new coaches, because that was my clear goal. I just wanted to really make a high income. But if we have a strong goal that we're working for, like I said, it really helps push us. It keeps it on track and in mind. But like I said, this year I'm like, okay, well now I want to start focusing on getting back to my personal development, focusing on taking care of me, on other stuff too, because I know that when we're at our best, when we look our best, when we feel our best, when we're best mentally, physically, when we have the confidence, when we're at our best, like everything else is going to improve. Our income, our relationships, our fitness, everything. But we have to start with us first. What do you need to do to become better? You know your daily habits. What time are you waking up? What are you eating first thing in the morning? What time are you going to bed? Like, are you turning to vices, alcohol, and other stuff that don't support the goals? How much time are you wasting on a daily basis? Like doing bullshit that isn't supporting you. What can you be doing with the extra time? Even if 15 minutes a day, even 30 minutes a day, stacked it over 3 months, 6 months, just that little time every day. Imagine, no matter what it is, if you started developing a new skill, if you started working on your fitness, if you started working to grow your business, just 30 minutes compounded over months and years, that makes a huge difference. And that's all I've done, is just always dedicate that time for you. That's self-time. Like I said, whatever area you need to improve, we just have to start making the time for it. So I just want you to decide that this is going to be the year, that you're done making excuses, that you're done starting over every single year, that you're done saying that, oh, this is going to be the year, and then a month later quit, just like everybody else does. But why does everybody fail? Because they have no clue. They just set these cool goals because it sounds cool, but no, we set a clear goal. But then we set the actual action steps to get there. And if we don't know the action steps, we find out the action steps. We look up online, we get help, we get support, we do what we got to do. That's how we're going to actually accomplish our goals this year. So it's like I said, and then what I want you to realize is, I know lots of you are taking action on your goals right now, but just imagine if this was your new identity. You're someone who takes action when you want to make the change. You don't overthink it. You don't talk to nobody. That's one of the best things I've done too, is just stop asking for other people's, permission. Stop asking for other people's approval, and just do what I know I need to do to accomplish the goal. Okay, if I need to take this program, if I need to invest in this coach, if I need to do this, I'm just going to do it, because I know if I go talk to this person and this person or this person, they're going to tell me this. Like, I don't want any outside influences stopping me. I'm going to take my own actions. I'm going to take 100% responsibility for where I'm at right now, and I'm going to take 100% responsibility to do what I got to do to accomplish the goal. So I don't want you to let anybody get in your way. Don't talk to anybody about your goals if they're going to give you negative feedback. If anything, you should be talking to people that are higher than you, or that can help pull you up. So we're just going to do what we have to do. We're going to just take immediate action, because I guarantee you, whatever permission you needed to ask, if you accomplished your goal, like, hey, they're going to be proud of you. You're going to be proud of you for doing what you do and taking that responsibility, because you see this a lot. Oh, I got to ask my wife. I got to talk to my spouse. I don't know if I can invest this. You have to just take that action and find a way, and just trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Because hey, same thing I did when I was fucking beyond broke and just getting by. Like, no one was going to save me. I had to save me. I had to do whatever it took. So I invested the little money I had. I started, investing in that. And then I said, okay, well, what? Now I'm in a program. Well, how do I get the most out of it? I got to wake up at 5 a.m. now. I got to spend a half hour reading, half hour learning every single day. But that's how we can get to that next level. So it's like, you're gonna grow. You're gonna have to step outside of your comfort zone. Do shit that you don't want to do. Do shit that you suck at. But that's how we're going to grow and get better. And then next year, you're gonna be like, damn, look at what I accomplished this year. Why? Because I took different actions. I took different steps. I learned different things. I stepped outside of my comfort zone. I did shit I didn't want to do, but now look at me. Wow, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, I couldn't even do that. Look at where I'm at now. Look how good I feel. Look how much money I'm making. Like, that's all possible for you when we take these steps, when we just stay consistent, when we don't worry about being perfect, when we just worry about showing up and doing what we're supposed to be doing. Most of you know what you want to accomplish, and most of you know what you're not doing on a daily basis, and that's why you're not accomplishing your goals. So we have to start there. What's the number one thing that's going to make the biggest result? If it's your weight loss, is it your nutrition? Is it your workouts? Well, start there. Start, one problem at a time. We don't want to go 0 to 100. It's a quick recipe for failure. People go way too gung-ho. They cut out all this. They cut all this. Like, find one thing you can focus on that's going to be easy, or that maybe it takes some learning curve, but you've just focused on one thing at a time. Okay, cool. Now you got that done. Well, what can you work on next? Now I'm going to work on, my workouts, or now I'm going to work on this new skill set, or, this. That's how we can get to these goals. So it's a new year. This can be your year if you decide. And at the end of the year, I want you to be proud of yourself for working hard, for taking steps that you weren't comfortable with, for doing stuff that you just know you had to do. So that's how we need to start this year. Fast action, immediate action, imperfect action, messy action, because you're gonna figure it out along the way. Once you're in the trenches, okay, shit, well now I gotta figure out this, now I gotta figure out this. It's when we procrastinate, when we fail to take that first step, we're in the same boat 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and still waiting. So we're just gonna take immediate action. We're gonna find help, we're gonna figure it out along the way, and we're gonna work as hard as we can and just stay consistent. And I want you to grow this year. I want you to be okay with stepping outside of your comfort zone. Do what you got to do and become a whole better person. Like I always say, 1% better every single day. Life gets better when you do. It's a perfect opportunity to crush it this year. You need any help with this stuff, of course, send me a message. If you feel like someone can benefit from this, tag them, share this, and let's crush those goals this year. 1% better every single day. Life gets better when you do. Let's go.